Hi Cancer, welcome to your abundance reading for December. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot by Bronx. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love. This is intended to be a work and finance or money and career reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Whoopsie. All right, Cancer. Look at your work and money and abundance. What do we got here? Cancer. 10 of... Golly. This and the World card has come up so much, like across the board. Wow. All right. High Priestess. Okay. The World. There it is. Wow. Well, and it could be it's the end of the year, right? So there's that. So, okay, High Priestess. This could be Pisces or Cancerian. We got the World. Queen of Cups. There's Cancer. There you are. Hierophant. That could be Taurus. I was going to say 5 of Swords. 8 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. Yay. 6 of Wands. I like that. Queen of Swords. All right. So this could be Libra. Okay. All right. Well, for the Cancers that I'm reading for, you are doing what you feel led to do and doing what you love. So yay for that. And this, if I may be so bold, really puts you in a position of authority. There's not, I don't know, it's funny, I'm so used to doing just the, on YouTube, just the romantic love readings. You are slowly coming back from something. You are so where your abundance is for the month of December is you calling the shots in your own life and moving at your pace towards what you want to move to, deciding where you want to invest your time. For the Cancers that I'm reading for, you're getting to be choosy with your time, who you spend time with, regrouping, and you're moving on from something. You're kind of getting yourself back online. There's been this recent investment in self-care. It's almost like there was this period of adjustment and it wasn't going so well, like it was pretty topsy-turvy, and then there's just been this kind of easing into like a peaceful transition after that. So for like the first 3 months of something, it was kind of like chaotic and hectic, and then now there's been like this adjustment to the new normal. It's like you're starting to find your way again, or your fit. So on the heels of that, where your abundance lies this month is a reinvestment in yourself, or basically your time is very much unto yourself, and you are kind of the boss of your own life right now. Like you're calling the shots, and this is a very independent period for you. So I don't know if you own your own business. If you don't, it's almost like you're pretty content with where you're at. It's like the need isn't really for that. And when I say that, I mean that you're just kind of not in a hurry. You're just kind of content, even though this might not be the job of your dreams, or the productivity, if it's your own business, might not be there. It might not be the most perfectest, or where, that's always an illusion, right? But you're content where you're at. And that feels like in your personal life too, just saying. But with work, it just kind of feels like you're kind of just content. There it is. What's this 3 of Pentacles? It says 3 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. All right. What's this World card about? What's this World card? 8 of Pentacles. All right. So you got a lot on your plate. This is about you deciding what you are going to work towards and what you're going to let go unfinished or leave till next month. You kind of it's almost like, you know, for as you kind of coming back online and being content there, you have been piling a lot on your plate for yourself to do, like to keep busy or just putting yourself into a passion project. You like what you're doing. It's also solo work. It helps you process just what's transpired this year in particular. And it's solitary. You like it. You just have to prioritize. That might be kind of a challenge. Is figuring out what to put your energy toward most. You know, prioritizing. What's this Queen of Cups? The other thing too, though, it feels very, I don't want to say extreme, but it's either you've piled a lot on your plate in an effort to help you process, and it does, but then because you put so much on there, it goes unfinished, or you have neglected certain things and been really focusing on yourself and your self-care. So either way, this is kind of like you're just, what once used to be a big deal and like, oh my gosh, I got to get that finished. Oh my God. You're like, you know what? It's not the end of the world if I don't. It'll be there next week. It'll keep. I'll get it done. It's okay. There's this getting off your own back feel, like letting things, a much gentler approach to completing things, a much gentler approach to prioritizing like what needs to be done. There's no do or die anymore, at least for the Cancers that I'm reading for. This is a much more intuitive approach to things, a much more it's almost like you're not going by the deadlines and it's got to be in, who says, you know what I mean, like it for the Cancer, I'm not saying, you know, let's, you know, to heck with the system and to heck with deadlines and to heck with, you know, an employer's wishes or whatnot. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for the Cancers that I'm reading for, you're in a position to be able to reprioritize, and you're starting to understand that there doesn't need to be this intensive mad dash rush approach to everything that you do, because it's either feast or famine. It was like there's this chaotic energy of gotta finish, and then there was this do nothing, and then and this is kind of starting to do like this, and it's like it's moderation. Moderation is entering the picture, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so what's this Queen of Cups about? This Queen of Cups. This is a new way of doing things for you. You're adjusting here. We got the World again. Good gracious. The World again. All right. What's this Hierophant about? This Hierophant. You have kind of refocused and reprioritized and learned to incorporate self-care into your life, because it was almost like you'd leave it all at work or all on the floor and you come home exhausted. There's a much more balanced approach to whatever your job is. If you're self-employed, this is obviously a much needed lesson. Like, good that you're learning this, right? There needs to be balance and self-care, as well as attention to detail and follow through and all that. But even if you're not self-employed, there's been something you've either reprioritized or let go of. Like, you're learning a different or new way of doing things. Okay. Yeah, you're not doing good. We got the Devil here. Could be Capricorn. This could be Taurus. So again, this is you learning a new way. Perhaps this is, I don't think this is online networking. It feels like you're pretty content at your job. You're just doing it differently. You're not working yourself the way you used to. You're reprioritizing, you're approaching, you're working smarter, not harder. There's not the intensity or the chaos that you used to find yourself in at your job. There's a much more balanced approach to whatever you're doing. I don't know if it's, the thing is with this right here, I don't know if it's a job that's ended. I think it's that you're content with your job because something else has ended, and it's left a lot of room for you to kind of just happily work. Could be you're working on yourself, right? But it feels like you're actually kind of coming back online with your job because something has ended that you're processing in your personal life. that's what it feels like. It could be that you're thinking about leaving this job, but this feels like you're kind of content. You're just approaching work differently. You're working differently. What's this High Priestess about? The Moon, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. Wow. Wow. Intuition. Whoo. Wow. Like you're on fire. So perhaps for the Cancers I'm reading for, you're thinking about maybe leaving your job and, or at least you're thinking of starting your own business, and you're feeling it's something that you feel very intuitively led to do, that you feel like the opportunities are there for you to really follow your intuition, if not capitalize on it and actually do something with that, make that a part of your second job. But this is you, wherever, strong intuitive pull here. What's this Eight of Swords? Good for you, really. This Eight of Swords. Judgment. That, you know what, this must be speaking to what the balance is, because you're just like, I just don't want to do work the way I used to anymore. Like I just want there to be me in what I do. I want there to be a more balanced approach. I want to feel what I'm doing. I want to feel good about what I'm doing. I want there to be me in the work that I complete. I don't just want to clock in, do the stuff, and then clock out. Like I want to matter and contribute and feel like I belong or connected to what I'm doing. So there's a need for you to feel connected to your work here, and I think that might be why you're approaching it differently. Like it's not just completion deadlines and doing the stuff anymore. You're really wanting to feel connected to what you do. I don't feel like this is leaving a job. I mean, it could be that you left a job and now you really have found a much better fit where you're at. Like it might not be your typical 9 to 5, because that might have been too oppressive. You know, it might have just been like, same day in, day out. I feel no connection to this. Whereas this new one, maybe you're coming alive and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm on fire. I love this job. I love where I'm at. I love the opportunities. I love the fact that I get to be me in the work, right? But this feels more personal. Meaning this feels like this was an ending in a personal situation that left that kind of left room for you to open back up to the work that you're doing, that left room for you to prioritize again your work, or to really reinvest in your job and you find that you like it again. This isn't to me, this feels like this isn't really about job change. This is about you liking what you do again. What else for Six of Wands? It's for Cancer for Six of Wands. The Hierophant. We got that here again too. Okay. So, again with the learning a new way to do what you're already doing, and you actually are really liking, honestly, for the Cancers that I'm reading for, this is the first reading that I've done so far that is about you liking where you're at and just doing it differently. Much of the readings have been about endings and either people starting their own business or turning their side job into their full-time job, or just leaving something altogether so they can think. But this is the first one that so far that has been about you liking where you're at because your approach to the work is different. And it's a real, this is something you believe in and you feel connected to, and you're very intuitively led to be where you're at. It's like it's your calling, and you're really excited about the potential for this. Wow. Perhaps it's about you deciding, okay, I'm learning to work differently, and I really like the opportunity. Like this is like a double whammy of intuition though. And then we got Cancerian up here. Oh my gosh. Out with the old, in with the new. But same job though, just different approach. New approach. And you like it again. What else for Cancerian? What else for Cancerian? Yay! It's like you're learning to love it again, or this is doing the job the way you have shifted into doing. It's like you've incorporated self-care into it. Page of Cups. This is like you're there because you want to be there, and you're making it about you now. It's like, this is my work. It's not just a job I work at. This is my work. And who you are is reflected in the work now, whereas before it might have been empty. I'm telling you, there's something's moved out of the way in your personal life, and it's really giving you the freedom and the room to open back up and reinvest and dedicate yourself to whatever you're doing. I don't know what, it's not like you're a teacher or clergy or something, but it's like, you know, something's ended over here, and it's really allowed you to reinvest in your work that you do find fulfilling. This is something that you feel like you really are connecting with right now. What else for? I don't see any money increase here. This isn't really about money. This is about you coming back online and really renewed interest in your work again, whatever that is. For some of you, this could be going online to do tarot. I mean, honestly, this is that's rather specific, but it shows you kind of doing away with the whole just automated approach to whatever your work was, and instead shifting to really wanting to connect with what you do and feel like this is important. I want to make this important. I value what I do, and I want to put out a product that has me in it. I want to put out value. I don't just want to complete a project. Could be teaching, could be clergy, could be just, you know, somebody that just loves their job, that wants to get back to basics and feel like they're doing a good job and they like their job again. What else for Cancer? The Knight. Triumph over adversity, which is this ending right here I was talking about, that something has finally ended and moved out of the way so that this gets to be all you now. Yay. Yay. That's for Cancer. That's for Cancer. So where there were struggle before because your mind wasn't in it, your heart wasn't in it, that's moved out of the way now, and that you've prevailed, persevered, and you're making this job your own again. It's your work, not just a job. What else for Cancer? There's a strong connection to this. This very well could be you're a business owner, because there's a lot of autonomy here. There's a lot of independence here. Ooh, wow, permanence. Whatever you have. Okay, last 6 months, just saying. Whatever has shifted, and whatever you're doing now, there's stability and permanence for you, but there's longevity. There's permanent, yeah, obviously. But this is something that, I mean, look at the intuition here. Look at this diagonal of intuition. This is something that you really feel strongly about, and you really feel like there's a fit. And this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It gets to be what you make of it, and you find it fulfilling. So this is something you could really lay down roots with, but it's kind of like a learning curve. There's been some decisions you've had to make in the past, probably personal life, could be another job, but if it was another job, it was affecting your personal life. If it was your personal life, that has moved out of the way so that you can solely focus on this. But it gets to be basically about you and what you want to create. Okay. I did that. All right. What else for? There's, you know, and what else too is like, this is, there's a lot that's closed out for you that have been setbacks, but you've triumphed. So there's a lot that is kind of moved out of the way to make room for this, and you're really set to thrive. Just saying. Okay, all right. What else for? All right, hold on a minute. I think that's a 9, right? Yeah, that's a 9 of Pentacles reversed. So make time for yourself, please. That was an issue. That was definitely an issue before. You were all work and no play, no self-care, no anything. Please consider that you, even though you're on fire for this now, you're like, yeah. You still need to make time for yourself to decompress and to let everything sink in and be renewed so you can function. You're no good to anybody if you're not firing on all cylinders, especially yourself. So remember to make time for yourself, please. 2 of Pentacles reversed. So this is you needing to incorporate balance again, whereas before you might have felt like you didn't get anything done. Now there could be a potential to overdo it because you're so on fire for it. So just make sure that you try to balance and practice some self-care. You know, you do get to sleep and eat. Just remember that. But I get the enthusiasm. I get feeling like, oh, I'm home. I just really feel like I belong and should be doing what I'm doing. I know what that feels like when you're invigorated like that and you're just, I can sleep later. I want to do this. I'm really feeling this right now. So just remember to sleep and eat. Okay. And yay for the 6 of Wands. Yay for the 3 of Pentacles. Yay. And I'm glad whatever was in the way has cleared up for you to really be able to focus on it, because you really do find this fulfilling, and it offers that sense of permanence and stability and longevity if you want it. So a lot of independence, a lot of leeway here for you. So yeah, that intuition is really kicking in the month of December for you. So use that, listen to it. Oh, 2 queens too. Nice. All right, so it also could be that along with finding your fit, it could be that you found somebody in the workplace that you're really connecting with. Could also be, again, that this is work has shifted. This could be self-employment online that you've shifted to completing projects or working online. So like that might have been why there was low motivation to complete projects, or why you were finding it difficult to follow through and finish projects, is because you were your own boss and you're like, I just don't have the motivation because there's drama over here and it's distracting me. That's out of the way now. So if there's online work, a nice flow settles in. Just throwing that out there. Okay, shutting up. All right, okay. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this was helpful. All good things. I'm glad that you're really starting to take off and progress, and that is something that you really believe in. This is where you should be and what you should be doing. Just remember to incorporate some balance. Much love and support to you, and I hope you have a good December and happy holidays if you celebrate. And thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.